Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host, Indraneel. Today is the big final, the 2024 IPL final between KKR and SRH. I thought KKR and RR would have been a better fight, but looking at the way these two teams have come forward with so much of hard work, so much of toil over there, it was really, really tough out there. I mean, the fact that they had to go through all those go to the grind basically. That's what is important in life, and the fact that they're right up there, and both the teams have showed really they are a super side, and so did Rajasthan Royals and RCB towards the end. But ultimately these two champion teams are there. uh, when was the last time they won? KKR won it in 2020, 2000, I think it was 2014, and SRH won it in 2016. So, who's going to be the champion tonight? I mean, joining us today, we have Mr. Abhay Apte, former president of Maharashtra Cricket Association. We have Archiman Baduri, senior assistant editor with the Times of India. We have also Shakya Mitra Sports marketing expert. Timing, sir. After timing is important in life. 2014, 2016, and they are there in that IPL. I mean, how do you want to look back uh, at
Yes,
2024 IPL? What exactly?
yes. Thank you, Indraneel, and thank you for having me on the show. And very good evening to all my colleagues on the panel and to the viewers. Indraneel, when I was just thinking about today's final,
Ah,
I realized so many things being special for 2024 as an administrator, as a fan, as a cricket lover, as an Indian, in so many ways. First
ah,
of all, I know this is not purely cricketing, but let us not forget the fact that this during this IPL season, the general elections are also being held. So
yeah,
two massive exercises, because you know Indian election is perhaps the world's biggest exercise in the world, where the voters, to the extent of about 97 crores, will vote, and simultaneously these matches are going on. So I think the first credit to that extent should go to the board, to the fans, to all those involved in IPL for making this very successful. In the sense that
true.
people have kept their political views in the ballot box and they have come to the ground to cheer their franchisee team. This is something which is really wonderful. And this is the first thing that I really liked about, because in 2019 also we had done the same. Maybe earlier they were shifted to Dubai for some elections, but this is one very good exercise, and the people have supported it so well. That is, I think, the first landmark that I would see. Secondly, as you started your introduction of the subject with the point that it is after a long time that KKR and Hyderabad are coming for the finals. I think yes, it is after 2012 and 2014 that KKR again back in 2024 for the finals. But when you say this, we should also not forget one more important point, that the two most sought after franchises, my friends on the panel are marketing experts, so they can correct. I think CSK and Mumbai Indians, they have perhaps the maximum number of fans. They're absent from the final slot. In fact, from the first four, also they are absent. From 19, I think 2017, Pune was in the final. Since then, it was Mumbai or Chennai, barring GT, 1 year for GT. But this time, completely two different, of course, very capable teams who have done it in the past have come. So, to that extent, it is a good sign for the tournament that any team can come to that level, and any team is as good as, I mean, even at the team which is at the bottom is as good as which the teams which are playing today's finals. Then one more thing, sorry, I'll take only 1 or 2 minutes. I know my colleagues also have to speak. One
Yeah.
more thing that I felt was little different this time was an open dispute between the franchisee owner and the player. Of course, we don't know whether
Mm.
it was a dispute, it was a communication, it was a conversation. But as it looked for the common people, it was the first open dispute on the ground between two of them, and also the fact that the fans have publicly disapproved the change in the captainship of another franchisee. This was also very vocal during all the matches. They were very vocal. So I think these are also two important standpoints. And also the lastly, the point is two captains being banned. Like Pant was banned for one match for slow rate of overs. And I think it will be Hardik Pandya will be banned for the opening match of 2025. So these are the few important points which I felt about this as a tournament. Though I have not got into the intricacies of today's match, overall I felt that these were 4 or 5 important points of 2024. Thank you.
All right, but when you talk about SRH, Orchida, you see where they were, languishing on the bottom of the table for last 3 years, and look at the way they have come up. I mean, they started off well. Of course, I knew it from the beginning that the team which has a class player like Klassen, I mean, there is no looking back. They will come and hit you anytime, and Klassen has actually proved it right. I mean, he was absolutely brilliant throughout the. I mean, now also they have Abhishek, they have the top of the order. Travis said that their captain who knows how to win big finals. He's never captain a T20 side before he's doing it for the first time. He's not considered for the Australian T20 captaincy, but and this is how it is right in front of you. How strong is SRH looking tonight?
No, it's been a, I will say it's been a dream run for Hyderabad team, because you have to remember that they finished last in 2021, I think
Yeah.
eighth in 2022, and again last in 2023. So a team which is not going through a good run for the last 3 years suddenly making it to the final, that shows that how much they have pulled themselves up. And I think it's much of the credit should go to Pat Cummings also. Pat Cummings has something, I think, a Midas touch or something. Whatever he is touching is turning into gold. Means he has been the World Test Championship. He has been retained the Ashes for the Aussies, the World Cup also. So I think he has got that Midas touch, and he is doing that thing again and again. So leading a IPL team to the final for the and leading them for the first time, it's not easy. It's not easy because franchise cricket is very different from international cricket, so to say. You have so many different players, because the first time SRH came to play in Calcutta, the first match against KKR, Pat Cummins came for the press conference, and we all asked about him, how is it different to lead a international side and the franchise side. So Pat Cummings' first thing is that I have to come and know the players mostly, because I have never played with them. I have never seen them, most of them. So it's a big challenge for somebody coming from a different cricketing culture, get into a team, know some of the players, Abhishek Sharma and all these. Pat Cummings have never played with them and never knew them also. But get into them, know their type of play, then back those players. It's not easy, and Pat Cummings had done this very good, no doubt about that. And that's the thing, they have jailed as a unit also. So it is very important in a tournament which is not very easy for 2 months, 2 month long tournament, where you have back to back matches, so much travel. So everything has to fall in place, and somehow
Yeah.
SRH has been able to do that. And I always believe the team, when they had it, I always believe had they got the right combination, because they had the greatest overseas contingent I have seen. But you will not be able to play more than 4 players. So you have to get the team combination right. I thought in the first match against KKR, they did not play Travis Head, which was a mistake, and they rectified it later on. And Travis Head had turned it the whole team on his head because of his great show. So they have got the team combination also right. So everything is going in their way. So I see SRH has a great chance also today.
All right, Shakya, your thoughts on how strong would be SRH tonight? Because they are coming with loads of runs. They're the only team who has scored so much runs. I mean, maximum runs, maximum sixes, everything goes to SRH. So and KKR is not too bad, but I would continue with SRH for a little while. SRH as a team, how do you see them faring on a Chennai wicket, which might slow down? There was the Shar last yesterday, I guess, during practice time and all that. So how will the wicket play? It's a very tricky situation. At least the best is to lose the toss and then leave it to your
Exactly. Yeah.
fortune. So because if you try to use your mind and overuse it, and then probably you can land up in trouble. And probably in the hindsight, he'll keep thinking, "Arey, I should have batted first. Oh, no, I should have bowled first." Something like that. So how do you see SRH shaping up tonight?
Indranil, I feel that the Pat Cummins, he has shown that he's a master of reading pitches. He'll never admit to it. And there's
Oh,
also
yes.
Daniel Vittori
How
there.
can we forget? How
Uh,
can we forget the World Cup final match?
yeah, and the brilliant use of an impact player in the second qualifier, bringing in Shabazz. I would have thought that they would have, if the runs were there, they might have brought on Markande, because Markande is a frontline spinner, whereas Shabazz is an all rounder. But they brought in Shabazz, and Shabazz and Abhishek bowled very well. So if you look at this whole tournament, the SRH spinners have been not been taking wickets, but they outbowled Ravichandran Ashwin and Yuzvendra Chahal in the last game. So I think SRH has been a great comeback this year. It was expected, when the moment they made Pat Cummins the captain. I know when he was made the captain, they said that Aidan Markram is a successful captain with the same franchise in South Africa. Why will you make him there? And they questioned his T20 record. But if someone has been a World Cup winning captain, has been the captain of Australia, you have to push the.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You have to rejoin. But you have to rejoin. I can't hear you. After sir, I want to go back to you about these two teams playing the final. And it's kind of funny. And none of the players from this team are in part of the World Cup team. And then you look back, from the time IPL started, we have not won a single World Cup. And then you see from the time IPL started, we started losing big names in selection panel. It's always, I remember in 2022, after we lost the World Cup, there was a big story that how Chetan Sharma is sacked and this and that, because they were changing the panel. They were sort of rebooting the panel. And I remember talking to the board, they said selectors don't need to worry, because they can come back anytime, because they can reapply, because selectors didn't make the team. It was the team management who did the team. So, I mean, just imagine. And then we had a lot of biases, likes, dislikes of Indian captain. And where we stand today, from the time IPL happened, we never won a T20 World Cup. And none of the players are part of T20 teams from these two teams. Your thoughts?
Yes, I agree with you that though these two teams have come to the final, the players who are either leading or part of it are not part of the World Cup team. And while we were talking about the Hyderabad team, I think one thing that has changed it to some extent, not changed, but which has given some aggression, is also Rahul Tripathi. The way in which he was included and he has started batting in last 2-3 matches. Not that he's
Yes.
scoring big runs, but the way in which he is fearlessly going ahead and hitting the bowlers, I think that is making some change. Why I'm saying this, because I have seen him right from his inception, and the way in which he first played in the Pune team, that was his fearless approach, which has changed the complexion to some extent. I completely agree that what has happened with the selection. Raindranil, you have been following cricket for a long time, and you know that post the Loda committee reforms, there were certain restrictions on player being appointed as selectors, and then they should not have some conflict or should not have an academy. So that was the first little setback that we had to get good quality of selectors, but we have been getting them. And if you see the IPL today, there are two things: performance in IPL and performance in tournament cricket. That you will also agree. Being a cricketer, I'm not a cricketer. So we cannot say that those who have reached the final are equally good for the World Cup. This is one way of looking at it. Secondly, there is so much of talent
But there is
in
a
India
single form,
currently.
sir. You need to consider the form of the players.
You
You
mean
can't
to?
go by reputation all the time.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course. Because with the same reputation, we have not been able to lift any trophy with all the
Yeah.
reputed players. So maybe the time has come to get into completely new set of players. But then let us hope that this time, and then I think playing too much of cricket right from the bilateral series, then complete IPL, then the World Cup, then there would be some Zimbabwe West Indies series. I'm sure about that also. But IPL has demonstrated, has showcased so much of talent that I think for every position you have got many number of players, and even the selectors will find it very difficult to choose the team. So it is to some extent an irony that today they are playing finals, but none of them is part of the World Cup. But then the type of bowling that you face in the World Cup and the type of bowling that you face in the IPL, not all the time, but few overs, is also different. So I think this is a very complex issue, and maybe a good cricketer like you can give them some solution.
I don't know. I have no solution for it. But Shakya, you complete your thought. We're talking about the SRH bit and how SRH has become a team,
Well,
a force to reckon with.
SRH has won a lot of close games. The win against Punjab, the win against Rajasthan by 1 run, and they made smart decisions. I mean, bringing in Shahbaz Ahmed as the impact player, and even the way Abhishek Sharma, who had not bowled right through the tournament, he came and bowled a brilliant spell in the middle. So SRH has won crucial moments. But today in today's match, I would still say starting it would be 60-40 in favor of KKR. However, and I think we can remember a World Cup final not too long back when Patrick Cummins was the captain and Daniel Vittori was the assistant coach of that side. India also started as favourites, but on the day, Pat Cummins' Australian side played a little bit better, and India was not able to play at the level that was expected of them. So let's see what happens. But anyway, I think like in that part of India, they really glorify their heroes, and I've been seeing videos of comparing Pat Cummins with Bahubali. So I don't know how Pat Cummins would like to see it, but yeah, that's nice to see Pat Cummins being celebrated as Bahubali. Even in Kolkata, they equate their sports stars with popular culture. So two cities with a great synergy of popular culture and sports. So yeah.
All right. But how ready is Calcutta? How is Calcutta going to be watching the match, Orchida? You're sitting in Calcutta. Big screens are coming out in lanes and by lanes of Calcutta. I mean, how is it? I mean, it's quite natural because people just get together. They don't need to go to a fan park. The fan park is there in every nook and corner of Calcutta. So,
Yeah,
and Calcutta playing the final. There
Calcutta
was
is
always a
always.
disconnect. It was a disconnect. I always felt because the way KKR treated Ganguly, there was always a disconnect. But I'm sure over the years things have improved so much, looking much better. But how is Calcutta gearing up for this big game?
Well, they should be ready for it, but the sad thing is that a great cyclone is coming towards Calcutta and it is expected to hit Calcutta in the evening. So the more focus is now on how to count out that cyclone. It's
Okay.
always on the so all the TV channels and media, they are now actually following live the course of the cyclone, which is expected to hit in the afternoon here. So it's already been cloudy. There's some drizzle already started. So in a bit of a anticlimax, so to say. So the all the excitement has gone to that aspect. But surely Kolkata will be looking forward because they have always backed their team, and Kolkata has done immensely. Means they have done so well this time. So it's uh, the expectations will be there because they will be starting as favorites. That Shakko was also saying that, no doubt about that. Kolkata will be starting as favorites, and if you go by the stats, also you will see that from 2018 onwards, the team which has won the qualifier has went on to win the tournament. So KKR stands on a good ground on that too. And also, if you see, they have beaten SRH twice this season, once in the group stage and also in the qualifiers. So they are going into the match with a 2-0 advantage. So that will be a get model booster also. And I think only once a team which has suffered 2-0 or a 3-0 against another team has managed to win in the IPL. Only I think Mumbai Indians did once against Chennai or something. But otherwise, every team which has suffered a 2-0 hammering or a 3-0 hammering during the group stages and qualifiers had never managed to beat the team in the final. So in that respects,
But
also KKR stand a good chance. So stats,
Orchida, you're biased. You're biased because you're from
I am
Calcutta.
saying I am
You're
giving only
covering.
stats. I am not putting anything. It's the stats for you to understand. I am saying that by stats and by form, KKR will stand a much more better chance to lift this trophy this time.
All right. After that, thinking of last year's IPL, I remember it rained so heavily in the final, and the rest of it, I think, was played on the very next day, if I'm not mistaken. And I hope the cyclone doesn't sort of get diverted towards Chennai because I mean, Bengal as well as Chennai is on the coastal side of India. So I'm a little worried. I hope there is no. Yesterday there were a lot of. I mean, all of a sudden they were taken aback. The groundsman. That's what I was reading somewhere. That the rain came calling, and then it's not a cricket calling, and then
Yes,
this ran to cover the pitch, the practice pitch, the main square. Uh, I don't know. It's a very dicey thing. I mean, I hope, and they have an extra day. So how do you see that? And why do they pick those coastal areas? I mean, why can't it be in central area,
no, no. If you
central
see,
India, for instance?
so I know you want all the matches to be at Nagpur. If you are trying to be,
Yes.
at Central, that is the place which is absolutely central. But that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. You need two things. One, if you see the forecast today, it is not likely to rain, though it will be cloudy. That's what has been stated. Yesterday there was a drizzle and which affected the practice. Now, if you see for last, I don't remember which how many years, because I had written a letter, because then I was the president of Maharashtra, and we
All
were
right.
the runners up, and we had said that one match has to be there qualifier, and accordingly it was given. So now there is a
Yes.
very
And
certain
remember,
procedure.
you always
Very,
fought
yeah,
very hard for Pune.
yes, yes,
You're a
yes, yes.
fighter.
No, no, that's okay. See, now the rules are quite settled, that where the matches will be played, and every nook and corner is a part of India. So we must play
Yeah.
a match at Chennai, we should play a match at Dharamshala, we should play a match at Shillong, at Calcutta, at Pune, at Bangalore, everywhere we should play. So when we have got a set rule, the match will go there and it has gone. And let's be very positive that it won't rain and it will be a beautiful match. Of course, it will be a different place, different track. So it won't be a hammering of 300 runs or something like that. But the skill of bowling. And to that extent, both the teams are gifted with many all rounders, especially the KKR team
Very good
has got
point.
brilliant all rounders, brilliant batters. And so it's going to be a very tough tussle, because it is going to be a very intelligent game, as I can see as a fan, that it's not only about your resources, it's about using them. And then Pat Cummins is also, how he has demolished Indians also. So he has got a title at all the places, though he is a very low profile captain. If you look at it, he is not very expressive. He is not known for giving brilliant interviews, but he understands his job pretty well.
Job is to play cricket, not to give interviews. That's what I keep telling everyone. Avoid giving interviews. Just focus on your game. And people who know the game will write about you. And people who don't know the game, they may not be able to write stuff
True.
about you. But Shakya, talking about Kolkata Knight Riders, I mean, the top heavy run scoring unit they have, and Nareen going hammer and tong with the bat. My God, he was absolutely dangerous. Then we saw uh, Venkatesh Iyer coming to, lot of times you've seen Venkatesh Iyer uh, getting into a position where KKR had lost 4 5 wickets, and he's actually bailed the team out. Shreyas Iyer has a point to prove because he's not been given BCCI contract, and here you are, the most IPL. This is such an irony. Uh, I mean, guys are watching this broadcast. This is such an irony that Shreyas Iyer doesn't have a contract, but he's the most experienced IPL captain. I mean, I wonder where our system is actually going. Why can't we have a sort of a proper synergy of everything? Why is it so much of normal stuff happening all the time? Yes, sir, you want to make some point.
No, no, no. As far as this point was concerned, I think what was done about the people who did not get contract was about some rule that they have to pay domestic cricket. It has nothing to do with their good or bad caliber. And I think
True,
rules will
but
have to be
what
there.
comes out
Rules,
later
see,
on?
see, see, because rules should be above individuals, and that is why I think rules will definitely matter. If there is a rule, you must go down and play that game if you are available. I think later on he played. He played in the finals also, so there was also a tinge of technicalities to that. And
Whatever. I
yeah,
mean, absolutely, you're right. You're right. You're right. But the fact that it turns out to be something different. I mean, the most experienced captain of all the captains we have in IPL, Shea is right on top. He's captain IPL teams for more than 50 games. So and then I know I there's there's no synergy, on IPL and then World Cup, then Indian team, the contract, then owners coming and telling the players openly insulting them. There is no sort of filtering of. There's no sort of uh, clause to protect the players. A lot of things have happened. I mean, there are a lot of loopholes you can actually go and pinpoint and then start pointing them out. But Shakya, your thoughts on KKR
Yeah.
tonight?
So,
uh,
so
the way, and it's
I'll
After rightly pointed out that it's the game of the all rounders, and these two teams have plenty of all rounders like Reddy, like Venkatesh Iyer, and everyone is capable of winning a game on their own, which is what a champion team should be. And we've seen that over the years, individuals can. And I mean, the best case example is RCB. They always had to ride on Virat Kohli. And Virat Kohli said, yes, I'll do it. And he could never do it because one man army is only there in movies, not in real life. You need a team. You need a team all the time to take it forward. Your thoughts on this
yeah.
this
So,
order of the day, which is KKR has really set the bar high.
Indranil, in one of your earlier shows, I talked about Shreyas Iyer vis-a-vis Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant replaced him as the captain of Delhi, and this is after Shreyas Iyer had taken an underperforming Delhi side to two consecutive to once to the final and once to the playoffs. And then because of an injury, he was removed. And then Delhi made this decision to not continue with Shreyas Iyer and give Rishabh Pant the captaincy. And I had said that I think Shreyas Iyer is the better captain in IPL over Rishabh Pant. And
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
look at his success. Look at his success record. He's done 4 full seasons, and he has taken Delhi to the playoffs once, to the finals once, and Kolkata to the finals once, and once he was also in the team that reached the finals in 2021. But Rishabh Pant was captaining in the first half, and they didn't change the captain then. So I think Shreyas Iyer is, you have to give credit to Shreyas Iyer for his captaincy record, and not too many Indian captains can boast of a record that Shreyas Iyer has. But and also I think the way he and Gautam Gambhir and Chandrakant Pandit have formed this partnership is also very impressive. He was able to do that with Ricky Ponting when he was in Delhi. But for some reason, and I think it's documented that all was not well between him and Brendan McCullum in the 2022 season. Brendan McCullum didn't carry on after that. He became the England red ball coach. But I think he's been able to get that good relationship between coaches, and he's a determined captain. A lot of people are talking about Gambhir. And fair enough, I think Gambhir has been a very integral factor, but you cannot forget the contribution Shreyas Iyer has made. His contribution is proven in the IPL. But coming to Kolkata, so I think a lot of people are as you rightly
Kolkata, I
pointed
mean,
out.
Shreyas is part of Kolkata only. You are talking about Kolkata only, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Kolkata. Yeah, people are talking about the top heavy as you're right, and Sunil Narayan and Phil Salt have made the majority of the runs. So I think there's always this question that has the rest of the team been challenged? But if you look at the tournament, there have been occasions when neither of them has made runs, and Venkatesh Iyer has actually been the crisis man. He's actually been the player who's bailed them out of tough situations. So it's not that Salt is not with them now. He's gone back to England. But even if Narayan doesn't have a good game today, it's not that Kolkata is not prepared for it. They have Venkatesh Iyer, they have Shreyas Iyer is there. Nitish Rana, he's a proven player. He can come good at any point of time. Rinku Singh is there. Andre Russell is there. So I won't say that they are not prepared for it. I think Sunrisers Hyderabad is probably better in the batting department. But as an overall team, if you look at batting plus bowling, I think Kolkata has the edge. But again, if Hyderabad plays above and Chennai and Kolkata comes a little bit below, then I think that the match will drift. But on paper, Kolkata, the stronger side, they should lift their third title today. They'll be the favorites to lift their third title today. And but again, Hyderabad, the owners, Chennai is where the owners of Hyderabad are based, and they just played a game in Hyderabad. Also, Chennai had their one really bad off day. Sorry, Kolkata had one of their really bad off day when they played against Chennai here. And one final point, I think that Bangalore did the tournament a favor by knocking Chennai out because Chennai playing the qualifier and
Chennai
the
would have
final
been
in
definitely,
Chennai
definitely. But
would have been like real hot favorites. So Bangalore did the other
but
teams a favor by knocking them out.
but Orchida, but I still feel RR and KKR would have been a better tussle because RR's bowling versus KKR's batting. But now we are having a tussle between the two super powerful batting units. So they can really take the game. I mean, and I'm just thinking what the bowlers, if the pitch is actually good, the ball is coming to the bat. You never know what Chennai pitch could be. It's a final pitch wicket. So final match wicket. What I mean. So I mean runs and runs. And what else? I mean this season has already produced over 1,200 sixes. My God. So how do you see this? Will it be? Do you enjoy that sort of a contest when it's batters versus batters rather than batters versus bowlers? Like Pakistani bowlers versus Indian batters, like Rajasthan bowlers versus would that have been a different kind of a thing, different kind of a final?
But people wants to see fours and sixes. The ball should be traveling. So maybe that is the way the cricket is. But if you are a true cricket lover, of course you will like to see a good battle between the bat and the ball. But I will not say that the bowlers are not very good in this aspect. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is doing very good now. And I have to point out one thing: the middle overs, KKR's middle over bowlers, they are doing fabulously. The two spinners, Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narine, they are, I think, they have yielded the best return in this IPL. I have going through
All
a
right.
stats, it is
Yes. Yes.
showing that
Yes.
they have conceded runs at 8.50 in the middle overs. That is between the 7
Mm.
and the 15 overs, and which is the best in this IPL. And they have picked up 46 wickets in the middle overs. So you can see that the middle overs this time is going to play a very important role, and I am very interested to see how they can do it. Means if like last time, if Stark is not able to provide the early breakthroughs, then I am very interested to see how the Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma goes against Nareen and Varun Chakraborty. That will be very interesting to see. So you will not see. I will not say that it will only be bats, because there are bowling elements. The players, both the teams have the bowling elements which can create some problems in the other half. And we have seen last time. Last time the way KKR won, it was because of their bowlers mainly. Their bowlers did the main problem with them. And Travis Head has not been able to negotiate Stark, and Stark is, I think, picking up at the right time just before the World Cup. So I think there will be elements on both sides, and there will be a good contest between both the bat and the ball now.
Yeah, I just hope Stark doesn't get Travis Head out again because I've seen in Big Bash also the stumps getting cartwheeled and the bowler is Stark and the batter is, I don't know why he sort of gets sort of confused while playing the away going delivery from Stark. And there's
No, that
always
was a
mystery.
fabulous delivery that we have to see. Means
No, certain
that
deliveries are
that
made to look
confidence.
fabulous because batsmen commit such crimes. Your head fall, and head is the most important thing. And Travis Head knows what the how positioning of the head should be when you're batting. He's a fabulous player. But let's look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. These are all for winning causes. Look at the average. Look at the strike rate. Opening batter batting like this. If you look at Abhishek Sharma, my God, look like Sunil Narine. Salt is not there. I don't know, Salt should have there. I mean, just imagine a final without Salt. Look at Abhishek Sharma's number. Match average, you don't look too much into it because match winners don't get into the average thing like average I mean, batting average so much. They don't put so much of importance to it. But what a fabulous final it could be today. I mean, I hope there's no rain coming, rain threat moving large. Let's look at the top 11 picks and we'll take it from there. We have today the final between SRH versus KKR. KKR, and we start with Travis Head, the top 11 picks. People who are playing fantasy cricket. We have Travis Head, we have Abhishek Sharma, Klassen, Venkatesh Iyer, Makram, Tripathi, Nareen, Russell, Cummings, Natarajan, and Varun Chakravarti. So, after sir, your thoughts? Who's going to hold the cup?
Ideally, you should have given me some time till maybe 11:30 in the night. But if you are insisting me to tell now, if you want me to tell now, see, on paper, the KKR team looks better with batters, finishers, bowlers, all rounders. But I think it will be about holding the nerves. And if Hyderabad can do that better, then they also have a chance.
All right, who's better off, Urchida, batting first? Is it SRH or KKR?
I think KKR, batting wise KKR, because what Shakwa has pointed out, it is not only top heavy. Even if their top openers fail, they are picking up in the middle overs also. Venkatesh Iyer, Shreyas Iyer, they are playing. And another important thing was Shakwa was pointing out about Shahbaz Ahmed. Shahbaz Ahmed is a left-hander, and he will not. I don't see he will be that effective against KKR, because KKR has lots of left-handers in the lineup. They have Sunil Narine, they have Nitish Rana, they have Rinku Singh. So that will also be a very interesting challenge. So it will be. I think KKR will is standing a chance to this time to win the trophy, no doubt.
All right, and the team of the tournament. This is our top 11 picks. I'll just revise it once more. What a final we are expecting today. Really, I mean, Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Klassen, Venkatesh Iyer, Makram, Tripathi, because of his momentum. After is so happy seeing Tripathi grow to this level. In fact, I met him a few days ago when they had come to Delhi, and I told him, "Where are the runs, young man?" Call him young man. And Nareen, of course, has been superlative with his bat and ball form. Russell again needs to be given little pinch that you can do it. You're a superstar. Go get it, and he'll go get it for you. And we have Cummings, the world champion captain. We have Natarajan is bowling really well. I wondered why Natarajan not there instead of Ashdeep Singh. If you had to carry one left-arm bowler, and he's really come up well. And of course, Varun Chakravarti, the way he is. Look at the numbers. Natarajan has been amazing in this IPL. I really like him. But Shakya, before we round up the show, I want to hear from you your team of the tournament. So
Yeah,
if you want to make a team.
so I think you have to pick 4 overseas players. So I'll open the batting with Travis Head and Sunil Narine.
Wow.
So unfortunately, Virat Kohli has been playing the tournament as an opener, and he has to be there. But I'll put him at number 3 because you can't have just adjust. And he also plays at number 3, but because of their strike rates, Head and Narayan are at top. Then Riyan Parag to bat at number 4. I think that's the no doubt about that. Rishabh Pant as my wicket keeper. Shivam Dubey at number 6. Andre Russell as my all-rounder, another overseas slot taken. Very good strike rate. His bowling has been really good. There was a case for Stoinis. There was a case for Sam Curran, sorry. But, the bowling and batting together, I mean, Andre Russell has the best balance between both departments. My bowlers, Varun Chakravarti is my spinner. Kuldeep Yadav would have been the case maybe a week ago, but I think Varun Chakravarti over the last few matches, I think has just made his case stronger. The 3 bowlers, Jasprit Bumrah, Natarajan, I want to have a left arm there. And one overseas quick, I know he played just 6 tournaments, but the impact he made there, I would have Matisha Pathirana.
All right. Archita, any changes you would like to make in that team of the tournament?
No, that's a very difficult job. After sir will be knowing better. The selector's job is the most difficult. Means it's a thankless job. Even if you pick the best, and you will say that no, this is that could have been better. No, I think Shakwa has covered more or less good ground, good ground. It's that way.
After sir, your closing comment before we round up the show.
My closing comments, sir, I have told you more on the technical and administrative side that how this IPL 2024 is different or slightly different from others, and more about the plus points. The teams, yes, that is the game. I mean, selecting team and getting awards is something which is happening regularly, and it is absolutely correct and personal. You can have your own choice, and you can have your logic also as to why a particular person wants to have a team, and that is why it has been made as an independent function. But only addition from my side is that if I had an occasion of including a player in this team who did not play IPL, it would have been Indranil Basu.
We should end on this note. You cannot have any better
Yeah, I
way
think,
to
I
end
think
it.
we can talk after this. Great. We hope for a great final. Really, I mean, IPL 2024 final. Two new teams coming. Like golf would have a champion every other day. Every week there's a champion in golf. That's what when you get a new entity coming into the forefront in this fashion, and that's why we're sick and tired of watching the same champions, Chennai, Mumbai. So, like, we have a new champion tonight, and that's good. We're going to celebrate. We're
Well,
still waiting for RCB, waiting for Delhi, still waiting for Punjab Kings to come to the party, but eventually it'll. Yes,
well,
Sharkey, you were saying something.
I'm a bit upset that there's a cyclone predicted in Kolkata because if Kolkata wins, it would be a real party there if
They
they
need
Kolkata
cyclone
win.
on the field also. That's important.
But
Raining
yeah, I mean,
fours and
even if
sixes.
Hyderabad wins, there'll be a celebration on the streets there as well. So it's both ways.
Hope so. Definitely, yeah, and it's the fact that they're playing the final celebration. Thanks a lot, Apti Ochita and Chaki for coming and sharing your thoughts on the great day, IPL final, IPL 17. My God, I mean, it just time flies. Next year will be 18. So this is the
Yeah.
great big clash today. Final, KKR versus Hyderabad. Let's see who wins this tonight in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Been such a great journey talking about cricket every day. Cricket calling has been a show which is I really enjoy hosting, and we'll keep talking and sharing our thoughts on cricket. And please join us. Of course, like, share, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'm gonna have a great Sunday.